Hey veterans, I'm back here today with another video about VA disability benefits, answering a question that I got recently that I'll confess is one that I really had not thought of before, and I wanted to just share my thoughts on that with you here today. Was contacted by a veteran who asked, is there a temporary rating for TDIU benefits? A little bit of background, think of a situation where the veteran is unable to perform their work duties for a particular period of time for some reason, and thinks they may be able to get back to work later on, or the employer thinks they may be able to accommodate them at some point down the road, and they're seeking TDIU for just a short period of time. We see temporary ratings in other situations in VA, really after surgery, what we call a convalescence rating, where you're totally disabled for a period of time while you recuperate, and then your residuals are rated at whatever percentage they should be. So I think the veteran was thinking of a situation like that where he just needed TDIU for a short period of time. Basically, an example of that may be where PTSD or depression has gotten more severe, and you're trying to get your medications right, get some treatment, and get some help, and then the hope is that things will improve and you'll be able to get back to work. If you're drawing long-term or short-term disability in that situation, then obviously you're not working, and the question arises, is TDIU an option? So I would say TDIU is an option there. However, to answer that question directly, no, there is not a temporary TDIU rating that I'm aware of. Basically, it's like any other traditional rating, you have it as long as it's appropriate, and then it can be changed either upward or downward as the facts may dictate later on down the road. So what do you do in that situation if that's you, where you're out of work, you think you may get back to work? I think it's just a simple analysis of, do you want to go ahead and apply for TDIU or not? I would recommend that you go ahead and do it. The application process is not all that difficult. Yes, it is harder than a non-TDIU situation in that there's an extra form that you must complete. But again, just fill it out. VA can process the claim. They may grant the claim. And if so, then you can draw TDIU as long as you're out of work. If you go back to work, you can let them know, and then you draw it for that period of time. In that sense, it is a temporary rating because you only need it for a certain amount of time. However, it may be that your hopefulness is not fulfilled, that you don't get back to work when you anticipated, and therefore that's why it's a good idea to go ahead and apply and see if you qualify for it, because you don't want to wait and then realize, in fact, my employer has already filled my position, there's nothing to go back to, and I can't find anything else, and now I do need those TDIU benefits, but I didn't apply 6 months ago when I thought this was just temporary. So if you're out of work due to your service-connected disabilities, they're preventing you from being employed, or I should say working. You may still be employed in some fashion, but not actually working. Go ahead and apply if that's what you want to do, but just realize there's not a temporary rating that VA is going to assign in that situation. And again, if you do get back to work, you can always withdraw that claim if VA has not adjudicated and made a decision as of yet. So hope that makes sense. If you have questions on TDIU and how that interrelates with periods of absence from work, a leave of absence, or something of that nature, again, check us out on our website, winyourvetclaim.com. We have some other videos up about TDIU in general and other VA concepts as well. So see if those are of any benefit to you as well. If so, again, give this a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and maybe share this with a fellow veteran as well. So anyway, hope that explains this question I got here recently. Hadn't really thought of it before, but wanted to bring that to you here and let you know what my thoughts were on it. So Thanks a lot. Have a great day, and thanks for all you've done for our country.